Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So we're taking a look here at the closest or the latest price action. We are starting with the bullish scenario, which is still at play here, which is absolutely possible. We can count this in an impulsive way to the upside, which would indicate that the low has been in here on at the $17,600 level. However, as I said before, there is also a bearish scenario. The bearish one still remains my primary expectation, and we're going to take a look at that in a minute as well. As long as we don't break above critical structural resistance levels and see volume come in, the bearish scenario will remain my primary one. And again here, the key resistance that we need to get above is that 23.3k level. We're currently on the way towards that level, but price action is a bit weak. The bears are selling into that rally. We can see a lot of dips, a lot of overlaps. But so far, we have not invalidated this bullish scenario yet. So it indicates that we came up here in a wave 1 on June 21st. Moved up all the way here to 21.7k. We then moved down in a wave A, moved up in an overshooting wave B, came down in a wave C. Basically here an expanded flat pattern. That wave C ended here at around 18.6k. Completed then this wave 2, because the wave 2 consists of A, B, C. And then we started here possibly the wave 3. Because you had the wave 1 up here, the wave 2 down here, and we're now in the wave 3. Now the wave 3 has various subwaves. It consists itself of 5 waves. And again, these have subwaves as well. And I think we might be in the early stages in the bullish scenario here of this wave 3. And we're investigating if this really is the wave 3. If it is the wave 3, we really need to see a rally here. And I've been saying that now for a couple of days. Now we have moved up, but we haven't really seen that much of a rally. Zooming in here, we can see that from the low of that wave 2, we made a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, another 1, 2, and another 1, 2. So looking at this in more detail, this is now the critical level. We need to break above the wave 1 high at 20.7k. That is highly relevant. Bitcoin is currently holding above 20.4. Yeah, we talked about the 20.4k level in the last few days, and that it would be important to substantially break above that. Now we've done the 20.4. The problem is that we now had, due to the price action yesterday, we produced another swing high, and that is the 20.7k level. Now the small problem we have now is that this price action here does not clearly come across as impulsive. It's not clear enough, and we also ended with that high below the wave 1 high, indicating that this could just be a B wave, another corrective wave pattern. That is already what I announced here earlier today, that this could all just be the A, B, C pattern of that wave 2. So you see the wave 1 here, sorry, ending at 20.7k. You could make the case that wave 2 was ending here, where you have the wave A low currently labeled as well. But as I said yesterday already, we don't really see a clear 3-wave structure. Ideally, I'd like to see a little bit more clarity here. And therefore, because this is not a clearly impulsive move up, it could just be that we have completed here at just below 20.7k, the wave B, and we're now on the way down in a wave C. And the C wave is a 5-wave move. So 1, 2, then we get a 3 down, a 4 up, and a 5 down. And as long as we don't, we shouldn't get below 19,290, as long as we stay above that level, it should be okay. If we get below that level, it will invalidate here this 1-2 setup, and then we'd look at something more bearish. But as long as we hold that high at 19.29k or 19,290, even better would be actually to hold here the 19,760. But again, key level here is 19,290. As long as we hold that, we could have a rally to the upside. And evidence that wave 2 is already finished would be a move above 20,700. And above 20,700, again, we could see a bit more of a rally, possibly then all the way up to here, 21.3, 21.4k. This resistance the beginning of that resistance box. So this is what we are currently looking at. So if wave 3 is unfolding, and if this really is unfolding, we should see here a rally to the upside and a break above 20.7k. And that would then put more weight on the bullish scenario, in that there are actually more wave 3s to finish, because this would only be the third wave of this 1-2 setup. Then you get here the wave 3, then a 4 down, a 5 up. That would complete wave 3 in red. Then we have a 4 down and a 5 up, and then we'll get to wave 3 in yellow, again 4 down, 5 up. And that would then be quite bullish. Yeah, I have a bit of an extended wave to the upside here. And this is what we're looking at here in the more bullish scenario. So these are the key levels that need to break substantially, which means we want to break above it and retest it from above and then move higher again. So we're climbing since that swing low here, which is great, which I labeled a few days ago as a wave 2 low, indicating from here we could see increases, which we're seeing. But on the other hand, this could all just be very corrective still, yeah? The signals that we have are just not clear enough at the moment. That is what I can tell you. But for now, yeah, we are following this bullish scenario, but be aware that there's no evidence at the moment we are going higher. The 20.7k level is the key breakout level, and we should not get below 19,290. The bearish scenario, because it's still very, very valid, yeah, we have also here not yet invalidated the imminent bearish sell-off scenario. So here we were looking at the wave 4 high at 21.9k. We moved down in a wave 1, moved up in 2, and now we might be in this wave 3, within which we have done the 1 down, the 2 up, yeah, which is just still hovering here along. So at the moment we can still leave the wave 2 high here, because we haven't made a new high. The thing is here, as soon as you go above 20.9k, this would make the bearish scenario less likely, but it would still be the primary one, because all we would need to do is to move the wave 2 that we had here at 20.9k along. So a move above this level would not be bullish. Really more bullish we can get above 21.9k, because it would invalidate this sell-off scenario. Because all you can say is the wave 2 has just not finished yet. Looking at the Fibonacci retracements, if you look at what the wave 2 did, wave 2 retraced to the 61.8% Fib level, here briefly a little bit more, but didn't even touch the 78.6. So it's absolutely possible that we could see the 21.2k level, yeah, the 78.6% Fib level, before we reverse to the downside, and that would then just be a larger wave 2. Yeah, but then we would look at an impulsive move down in 5 waves. That would then also take out the 17.6k level, and therefore the bearish scenario is still very much on the radar. We looked at this pennant structure here. I think that has been invalidated. We've broke out of this triangle formation here for now, so I'm going to take it out for now. But yeah, for now we need to see which of these levels get invalidated. It's unfortunately just hovering along a little bit, no clear decision yet, and in the worst case we're going to see very slow price movement until the 13th, where they will release the CPI data. Yeah, that might be giving us a bit more clarity and direction. For now there is just slow sideways movement. Yeah, and as you know, we are currently in a long-term accumulation phase based on various indicators which are currently flashing for Bitcoin. So anybody with a long-term view might consider obviously to add to their portfolio. That's of course your own decision, no financial advice. But the longer, realistically, the longer we are in this phase, actually the better. I know everybody wants prices go up, but consider that from a long-term view, this might give you a much bigger benefit if we are for a few months in this area here. Not that I like it, you know, I like volatility. I like to see prices go up and a bit of dynamic in the market. But yeah, we might be here in this sideways movement for a while. And unfortunately, technical analysis, even though these levels are all valid and even the wave count is valid, how long such a movement takes to unfold, no TA will be able to give you that direction really, that we need to take some other factors into account, like maybe the halving cycle and so on. All right, that is my view about Bitcoin at the moment. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.